Hi, beautiful people. Um, so how are you guys doing? I hope you are doing well. I'm over here talking to myself. I know y'all gonna watch this later. I hope you guys are doing really well coming back from the holiday weekend. So today we are going to discuss squeeze pages. We discussed landing pages last week, and so we're going to kind of do a quick. Hold on, let me share my screen. To the right one. So we're gonna do a lesson on squeeze pages. I actually had a hold on. I had a resource for squeeze pages, and I'm going to find that again real quick. Give me 1 second. And if you guys are watching this later on, then you're going to want to fast forward through this part. But give me 1 second. There it is. Okay, I found it. Let me pause it. But I have the link. Cool. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have this our dashboard right here. Let me do this real quick. Let me stop sharing my screen. So I just want to talk to y'all real quick. So if you guys are just now coming into Maximum One, because I know we have a lot of new hires. So if you guys are just coming into Maximum One, I just sent out an email with all of our older Tech Thursday videos, and that's a resource that you guys can use if you have any questions or concerns. There are plenty of resources for people to answer your questions. There's the tech expert, the kvCORE experts that are online. I'm going to show you that in a minute. And then they have courses, the quick starts for agents. You guys can email me and I can help you. I can be a source. And if you guys have Alan's phone number, which you all should, he's a source as well. If you also have any further questions, if Taylor can't answer your question. So other than that, like, you guys have plenty of resources and I hope they're all helpful. And I mentioned last week, I was talking about Google University and YouTube University. Those are the best sources too. They're actually very helpful and they've helped me too. So without further ado, let's get right into today's lesson. So as you can see, we have the dashboard here. We're going to go and find where we can make our squeeze pages. Now, a squeeze page is it's just used to capture information from the leads. It is a lead generating link that you can post anywhere online. So let's go to lead engine. It'll be under lead engine and both the landing page and squeeze pages here. So let's build a squeeze page. Actually, let's go to all lead engine tools. So this is where you can see kind of everything. So we're going to select your domain right here. So if you have multiple domains, this is everybody's because I'm the admin. But if you have multiple domains, just select which domain you want it to go to. So I'm at the airport office. So of course I'm going to choose airport. And I'm going to start building my page. So you have the choice of choosing between multi-property, single property, seller, market. You can build squeeze pages for any one of these. Let's try a single property for now. So What's so cool about building a squeeze page is that when people click on your link, it'll capture information like their email, their phone number, information about where they're looking for homes, their address, and it might be just, you might just get a phone number or you might just get an email, but that's what it does. And it can be designed to activate a specific smart campaign. And we went over smart campaigns before, but as far as like this activating a smart campaign, I will go over that in just a minute. Also, you can use the link that's generated multiple times. And you can create multiple links. And you can post them wherever you please. Whatever social you want to. There are several types of squeeze pages. Stop sharing real quick. So there are several types of squeeze pages. You can make one for an open house, for price ranges. If you have houses in a certain price range that you want people to look at, you can make one for fixer-uppers. If you have like a bedroom, bathroom, you wanted to do something with like a specific count of bedroom, bathrooms, area, neighborhood, condos, multifamily properties, homes with pools, etc. You get the gist, right? So let me go back to sharing my screen. I know I keep going back and forth. Oops. But yeah, so those are the different types of squeeze pages that you can create. And you want to make a list of the types of squeeze pages that you want. So if you wanted to do open houses, do that. So, okay, let's get into it. So here we're choosing single family. This says so this one, you're building a squeeze page with just one of your listings. So you're going to list your listing right here. So you can enter your address or your listing ID. And so I'm just going to choose this address. I'm just looking at this property. That's the address. And the source that I'm going to put this on Facebook. You can do Facebook or you can do FB. You can do Google, like on your Google My Business, or is where are your leads coming in from? So, but if you're going to do Facebook and you're going to tag it like this, so any one of your links that you're going to be creating and that's your source is Facebook, you want to type Facebook out like this every time. Or if you're doing FB, you want to type it out FB every time, because you don't want it to be like, oh, I got, like if you're doing your hashtags, or if you're looking at your sources, you don't want it to say, oh, I got 5 leads for FB capitalized, and then 3 leads from Facebook spelled out, and then 2 leads from FB lowercase. You get it? So you want it to tag the same way so that you know that it's coming in that same source. So anyway, all right, so that's the source. Hashtags. So I saw that you can actually hashtag the property address or the listing ID, which is actually, it makes a lot of sense to do that because that way any lead that's coming and looking at this property, like, and you're filtering under this hashtag of your property address, and you know what they're looking at, and you can filter that way. Oop, not it. Spaces aren't allowed, so let me change that. Bam. You can add multiple if you want to. So, property views allowed before registration. It's kind of self-explanatory. How many times do you want the lead to look at the property before they sign, or how many photos do you want them to look at before they have to sign in? So the lady that I saw on YouTube, she said to just the default change it to immediate, because at least that's quicker. That's a quicker way to get a lead, because if someone was to just look at, two or more, I mean, they can log out, like they can click out of it and be like, okay, I'm interested, or not. But if they're looking at one, just have them immediately, sign in. That's completely up to you. If you give people the option of 10, that means I can look at like so many. Okay, I'm clicking everywhere. Sorry, guys. That means that I can look at 10 different things, and, I can click out of it, and you would never know that somebody was looking at, property. So you want to maybe narrow that down. Completely up to you, by the way. So now that we have all this filled out, we are going to generate a link. Yay! We have a link. So here, this is the direct link. This is where it's going to, this is also that link. This link is this link. They're the same links. But let me show you. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go in here and paste it. So I'm going to go in here and paste it, and it's taking me here. But guess what? This link is that link. Isn't that cool? So it has details about it in here, and what happens is, well, I would use the short link to kind of post, but it converts to that long link. And what's so cool is some of the details, like the hashtag stuff is in here. The hashtag's right here. It shows the view timing, which is 1, and other things, and the MLS ID, stuff like that, right? Okay, so what this does is it takes all of this, and it is giving kvCORE information, so that when a lead does click on that link, they pull that information, and it automatically filters, and it can, if you have a behavioral automation that kind of is the same as this, then it will, like, you can create one for Facebook leads. And again, I have a link to the video with everything, all this information. But yeah, so because we're not doing behavioral automations right this second and how to tie that into this. But it takes all this information and it can create a behavior automation. And pretty much it can already do the work for you. So if you already have one set, if you already have a smart campaign set, sorry, I hope I'm not confusing. Let me slow down. If you already have a smart campaign set for Facebook leads, then you can then this helps that campaign start with that lead, whoever clicks on it. So yes, so that's what happened. So that's what that link did. And you can copy it, you can save it. I would make like a few of these and put them in a Excel spreadsheet. I think an Excel spreadsheet would be good, or a folder, but just copying this and throw them in like an Excel spreadsheet would be great. Also, I don't know if I said for hashtags, you can put the listing ID. You can definitely put your listing ID here for hashtags as well. Okay. You can throw this in Facebook, wherever you choose. All right. So stop sharing my screen. If you have any further questions, feel free to call and ask me or email me. But I think that was pretty self-explanatory, easy peasy, and you can do the same with multifamily, with the multi-property. You can do the same thing. You can make as many as you like and kind of, well, let me see. Yeah, just play around with it and see and just kind of generate some links. And if you don't like it, you always just not use that link, you know? You don't have to use it, or you could just try again and see where that link takes you. So that's it. All right, well, thank you so much for watching today's Tech Thursday. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you again next week. Have a great one.